All right, here we are. Hello, hello, everybody in the YouTube chat. What is going on, guys? Thank you all so much for coming out this fine evening, morning, afternoon, wherever it is you are in the world. My name is Zach Aguilar. I am the English voice of Aether, and today I am joined by Chelsea Kwoka, who plays...
Shenhe.
Yeah! Chelsea, thank you so much. I know I already said it, but thank you so much for coming on this stream. I'm super excited to have you. I'm super excited to pull for Shenhe.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm
Yeah.
very excited to be here, and I'm fingers crossed for you.
I would absolutely love it if you could kind of introduce yourself to the chat. And I know you've been a little bit of a mystery to the fandom because I feel like a lot of the Genshin fans are on Twitter. Maybe we can talk about trying to make you a Twitter account or something. But
right, this is the time.
Yeah, but I know your main social media is Instagram. And I was just curious, what kind of stuff have you done before you got into voiceover?
Yeah, so I think it's kind of fitting playing Shenhe and being a bit mysterious to the fans. It seems appropriate because she herself is so mysterious. But prior to Genshin, I've been in voiceover for roughly 7-ish years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I've mostly done audiobooks, commercials, and promos. When I first started in voiceover, I worked for a company called Pop Sugar, and they were an online sort of women's health information and entertainment site. And I did a lot of their celebrity gossip, news, politics, really anything through the female lens. And that's sort of where I got my start in voiceover. But prior to voiceover, I have been an on-camera actress. Got my degree in theater from Florida State. I'm from Florida originally.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, I worked in theater and behind the scenes, in front of the camera, all kind of anything I could get my hands on, I was doing. So yeah. That was prior to finding out about the world of voiceover, which then I was like, oh, hello, my love. And that's been my main focus ever since.
That's great. So you've always been interested kind of like in acting and all of, what kind of sets you on this path, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I mean, from day one was my cousin, actually, he's to blame for all of this. When I was like 4, maybe younger, whenever you start to like babble and talk, but like you kind of don't know what you're talking about, he would teach me Saturday Night Live sketches, and then I would come out and perform them to my horrified family. It's usually pretty inappropriate for a 4-year-old. My favorite of which was church lady sketches from Dana Carvey. So in that special. So that's where I caught, I guess, the acting bug, and performed ever since. I kind of toggled between theater and dance for a long while. And then post-college was like strictly theater.
Wow. Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's so...
I don't know much for you, Zach. I'm curious when you got into acting and voiceover.
Right. Yeah. I was I was a young kid. I did some on-camera work. Long story short is I decided I really loved anime and video games, and I wanted to kind of do voiceover. I looked up the actors. Some of them that I saw didn't really look like their characters, and I thought that was the coolest thing, because for on camera, everybody always has to kind of fit in. Especially as a kid, they would try to pair me with family, you know, like a family of people. I'm like, this person doesn't look like my dad. This person doesn't look like my mom. I'm not gonna get this role. And so then you realized,
like so much is
Right.
out of your hands completely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so much. Yeah.
Then I won a voiceover competition at an anime convention because I was a very big nerd and I loved going to anime cons
That's so
and
dope.
hanging out with like my friends. And so but
And then you won a competition for it?
I
I would
did.
say that's pretty awesome.
I did, but I had been in acting for like my life, you know, so it wasn't kind of like I got lucky, but also like I did get lucky. But at least I had that kind of experience to help
all
me.
luck is that opportunity and preparation and
Right, that
all
opportunity meets what's it called? Something like that.
Is it either preparation or what's the other word for like doing work, putting in work, effort?
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me right now my Discord's being a little buggy. Hold on, give me 1 sec. Let me just. Okay. Chelsea, are you still there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Cool. Yeah, perfect. So I guess I'm curious, how much have you seen about Genshin? Or when you auditioned for the role, did you know anything about it? Sometimes people don't know this in the chat, but a lot of the projects we audition for are very secretive, code name. So even if you do try to look it up online, you can't find anything about it. Were you familiar at all with the game, or maybe you'd kind of like heard a little bit about it?
So when I auditioned, exactly like you said, it was codenamed.
Yeah.
And both her character, the project at large, everything. So I did not know. And in some cases, I can kind of figure out, they kind of can thinly veil it. But in this case, I had no idea. And in all honesty, I was not familiar with the game at all. But as soon as I booked and started to look into everything, I recognized some of the artwork from Instagram and from cosplay and stuff like that. And I mentioned to you, I know one of the other voice actresses, or I know her career rather, Brittany Cox, she does Fischl. And so I had known her work in the game, and that got me really excited to get to, air quote, work with someone who I really admire. That was really cool.
That's awesome. I'm actually gonna start polling for Shenhe. And then so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like ask you a question and poll, and then ask you a question again.
Okay, deal.
In Discord, I don't know if you can see this or not, but if I'm gonna go live in Discord, and then could you tell me if you're able to see this? I don't know if you're able to see that or not.
Oh, I am, and actually, it makes the audio so much clearer. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear everything that I'm? Can you see this?
Yeah, I can hear you better actually now.
Oh, okay,
So,
perfect.
wonderful.
Awesome. Yeah, so this is where we kind of poll, and we spend a lot of money. Too much money.
Woo, woo.
So
hey, Shenhe is worth it.
Yeah, 100%. So I just need you to give me your blessing. Give me all of the luck, please, right now, because I need it.
Some Shenhe luck. Let's see. I'm gonna give you some transfiguration.
Nice.
Hope that helps.
Okay, get me in there, please.
First try.
Oh no, so close. Oh, I wish. So what we look for?
That would have been too good.
We're looking for we're just looking for the gold, and then we have like a 50-50 chance to get Shenhe with that gold star. So even if you do see like that gold star, that doesn't necessarily mean, oh, Yunjin, yes.
Oh, nice.
I don't have her yet. This is my first time playing the game in a while, admittedly, because I've been my schedule has not allowed me to have any time to do anything.
Yeah, you've been running around.
Yeah, no, it's a great thing, but also I'm like, please, I need a day to not do anything and play video games. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. Let's see if we can. Let's see. Come on, one more.
Come on.
No, don't. They've taken so much money from me. They're just trying to take. They're trying to take more. It's.
Oh, you got my nephew though, I see.
I did, yeah, Chongyun. Oh my gosh, you should. I gotta introduce you to Bo Bridgeland. He is the nicest guy, like the most cinnamon roll person I think I've ever met in my entire life.
I absolutely love that description. If anyone ever described me as a cinnamon roll, I would be overjoyed.
Let's see. So what was your favorite, I guess, kind of working on the game? Is there anything that I know our sessions move very fast. Is there anything you remember or that you liked about playing Shenhe, or even just relating to as a character?
She was admittedly one of the tougher roles for me because I'm naturally pretty animated. I'm even being a little more on my quieter, reserved side for this conversation. But I'm a pretty animated and joyful person naturally,
Yeah.
and she is not. And anything she is feeling, she has these red ropes, and she's very constrained and restrained, and so anything, it's not that she doesn't feel emotion, it's just whatever she's feeling, it's sort of she contains it, so she uses so much control, and so that was a major challenge for me. But it was really fun getting to do all of the storyline stuff, like everything, her interacting with the other characters, especially as I think I can say this, like friendships develop, or like, the relationships and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. So it was fun to kind of get to toggle with her of like when she does get to kind of be a little lighter. That was probably my favorite moments were getting to do the lighter Shenhe.
Totally. And that's so cool. I mean, I think that just takes it back to us as actors trying to perform, even if the character is kind of different than our natural selves, and just really locking that down. I like to describe it as a pocket. I think you get into a pocket of the character, and then you get it. And then sometimes when I come back to other characters that I revisit, I notice that I'm like, wow, I'm so out of this. I don't know why. Like I did like 20 episodes of this character, but that was like 3-4 months ago. Now I got to get back into this pocket, this way of thinking, this way of speaking, portraying, and like even my mannerisms and vocality, just the vocality. And when I say mannerisms, I'm not even like physically, just through my voice, trying to explain it to people, because I know that this character does not talk in the same speaking patterns that I talk in. So I have to kind of go back through, think of their story again, think of why they are the way that they are, and then get back into that same pocket. And it's not always easy to kind of jump back into that. But that's cool to hear that Shenhe's like very reserved, and that you had to find that.
Yeah. And it was especially, when you get like a good rapport going with your, like, Chris was my vocal director, and you get like some great banter going, and like we're chatting it up on, our in between spots, or like if they're checking pronunciation, or if we needed to change a line or whatever. So you're like naturally having some fun, and then I have to like dial it back in and like, okay, but one line we kind of, or one phrase we kind of kept coming back to was heavy on the grump. She kind of comes off a little grumpy. So we had to, and that's the Adeptus. That's that kind of a bit highbrow attitude that comes out. But yeah, so it would be like, we'd be like chatting and be like, okay, let's get back into it. And okay. gotta refine that pocket, refine that kind of posturing, like you're saying. And I am a very physical person naturally, so especially in the booth, I love getting to use like my physical choices, even
Yeah.
though no one gets to see it. But like, I have a way I stand when I'm voicing her, and like even holding my face, like I typically
Right.
am doing my chin up a little bit, almost down my nose, but not quite so much. Like, yeah, there's like all these elements that go into it, which is really fun. I really enjoy that element of it.
Me too.
Like theater training comes in even if no one can see it.
Yeah. And then sometimes I play like these really like, I don't know, just characters that I would not play on camera, but they have very low voices, and I don't know why, but sometimes I'll move my elbows up, kind of like, I don't know, maybe just to
Take up a little more space.
yeah, just like expand my body, and then I will do the voice. And I'm like,
oh my God,
I'm like,
Zach.
yes. I'm like, I can visualize this, and I find myself talking a lot with my hands, which I don't know if that's something I always did, but particularly when I'm doing these sort of just these very what's the word? Maybe they're just a very like eloquent character.
Yes.
And so their way of speaking is a lot better than my own. And so everything that they say is very pronounced, and they have like this kind of inner power to them, whereas for me, I'm like, hey, there's no inner power. I'm just kind of like, what's up?
No inner power.
There's no inner power.
I mean, I feel you though, because kind of going back to Shenhe versus myself, is I have a typically more melodic way of speaking, and there's a lot more variance in my voice, and she does not mince words.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
I thought I would just do it, see if I could. Nope, it's not gonna happen.
But like, she's just more direct, and yeah, like, so even the way she speaks of like that just cuts to it, whereas I can be a bit more highs, lows, here's, there's. What I'm getting at is I ramble.
No, me too. I am the same way. I will talk about you will bring up something very simple, like, hey, like, what have you ever had a Snickers bar? And then I will go back to my childhood story about how I was at baseball practice as a 6-year-old, and my first time ever having a Snickers bar. My coach gave me a Snickers after I hit the winning home run, and he's like, here you go, son, have a Snickers. I'm like,
that stuff stays with you. That's like the opposite. Someone, I think a lot of people learn this, but I was told that Tootsie Rolls were little poops wrapped up, and have not touched one since.
I remember something. I'm gonna go for one more, but I remember something that my teacher told me as a kid in first grade. She said, hey, would anybody like a kiss? And all the kids are like, ew, ew, except for one like really nice little girl in the class. And then she's like, okay, here you go, here's a kiss. And she gave her a Hershey's kiss.
A Hershey's kiss.
Yeah,
like,
and I just will never forget that. Yeah, I will never forget that she played us.
It is wild, the things that stay with kids. I had an art teacher who gave me a paperweight, but it was, from Disney World. So it had like all this insignia on it. And I thought it was the literal key to Disney World. I was so sure my art teacher had given me the key.
She had the secrets.
Like, that makes total sense.
They've been looking for that key, but she had it all along.
Right? This art teacher had it, and she gave it to a 6-year-old.
Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Hold on, please. Listen, before I go into this, whoever is out there watching from MiHoYo, I just want to say, please, my last stream to get Ito, I think I spent like $250 or something ridiculous. Maybe it was more than that. I don't even know, but please, for once, just let my bank account, let it rest a little bit, just a little bit. I too like to eat. Okay, come on.
Please, come on. Oh. Oh. Oh,
No, this they gave me
not fair.
this is the wrong one. This is the that's not that's
She's a little zombie girl. I
that
mean, she's
they
cute.
gave me the zombie. Okay,
Oh,
I'll take
you're Jin
another.
again.
Yeah, I'll take another one of her. Oh, Chi Chi.
By the way, I don't know the voice actress's name, but the singer that they have, the opera singer that they have for Yunjin is incredible.
Oh yeah. No, everybody has done such an incredible job on this. That's so weird. I thought that was isn't that Judy?
No, she does the English voiceover, but then
Oh, the singer. I see what you're saying. That's so interesting.
It's in Chinese and it's gorgeous.
Okay. I was like, are you talking about the like just the voiceover or the no, the singing itself? I see what you I was like if she did that too, that would be incredible. Be like, damn, I wish I could do that.
Yeah. Sing, let alone in any language.
Yeah, no, seriously. I wonder if they'll ever have us sing for something in this game. Or well, technically some of us do, but it's more of like a hum. It's never like a full full singing. But that would be nice. Hopefully
Come on.
Wait, oh my god. This means that I got her.
They heard us.
I got her because this is the second one. So
it has to, right?
Yeah, it's 100% chance. So that was holy crap.
Yes, she is.
Wow. That was crazy. Like, what are the odds of getting 2 gold
back to back?
Yeah, guys, what are the odds of that? How does that happen?
We just got super lucky today.
Wow. That's nuts. Damn.
And we were just being casual thinking we still had probably some more pulling to do.
Yeah. No, I thought that I was going to have to spend all of my gems here. That's so funny. And then we get Chongyun right after. Perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. I love it.
That was a pretty clean roll right there.
Oh, thank you. The person over there at MiHoYo. I make this joke with the chat that there is somebody at MiHoYo that is like watching over me and flipping a little secret switch in like MiHoYo HQ in China somewhere, and they flip a switch to give me the character that I want faster. And so then sometimes there's a little bit of a delay and it takes like a minute, you know, because it has to go all the way through the internet or something.
Right. Exactly.
Got to go all the way through the servers, and then they're like, oh, we got to flip it for him. We flip the switch. All right, there we go. We'll give him the character. Favoritism.
Right.
That's what I like to think. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to think about what else I should ask you. I'm just so excited that you're like here and a part of the game, and I'm excited to introduce you to everybody else. I know I threw you kind of in that Discord. But,
oh my gosh. Seriously, it's like being dropped in a big old family reunion, and I'm here for it. It's awesome. So I appreciate it. Yeah, like booking this job and not knowing what was gonna follow, looking back, I'm like, yo, girl, you don't even know. It has been such a whirlwind in only the best way. I am beside myself. I feel like I keep using the words like fun and excited, but like that's it. Like I am just overwhelmed with those feelings.
I felt the exact same way too. I mean, when I started working on this game, I think I started working on it in when was it exactly? It was 2019 for sure.
Wow. Okay.
So it was sometime like maybe it was a little bit after summer, maybe it was like October, November. I don't entirely remember, but uh, when when I first got brought into it, I had done a lot of different work on random mobile games, and a good amount of them I never see.
Yeah,
I
same. I
yeah,
cannot tell you how many projects I've worked on that they're out there somewhere, I assume.
right. And I had no idea what happened to them. And so when I got brought on for this one, I've said this I think a few times already to the chat, but so you guys already know, but Chelsea doesn't know this. But when I saw this and I auditioned and I got the role and I went in to record, I recorded all my lines, like we just get the script. And that was pretty much it. I'm like, okay, cool. Like another mobile game I probably will never hear of ever again.
Right?
Maybe there's a chance that I will. I think like 3-4 months went by. I went back in for more. They showed me the art of the game, and I said, "This is gorgeous. Whoa, this is crazy. Like this is gonna be huge." And then I asked them for kind of more details. Usually, as an actor, you try not to like I don't know. I've
Pry
always
too
tried.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never tried to pry too much just in case because I'm not trying to like make them uncomfortable by sharing a bunch of details. But I kind of, I kind of poked
Well, so
the.
curious.
I
Yeah.
I'm like, so what is this? Is this isn't just a mobile game, is it? And they're like, oh no, it's gonna be on like everything.
Everything.
Yeah, even the Nintendo Switch in like 10 years. So one of these days.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for because that's what we have here at our house. So I can't. I'm like, come on, get it on the Switch already.
That's what everybody's waiting for. No hate to anybody out there, but you guys know we're all waiting for the Switch. We've been waiting for a while, okay? um yeah, no, so once I finally saw what this game kind of was and started looking more into it, and then they had a beta happening, which I don't think I necessarily got to participate in. Sometimes they come out with like the beta version of a game and you'll get to play it a little bit, and then they fully release the game. um I was just in disbelief. I remember seeing streamers play through the beta, and it's like, wow, this thing is massive. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm a part of this. And then it just kind of kept going and going, and
Oh yeah, the artwork when they showed me, because I had a few dubbing the lines to the video, and the artwork I was just blown away. I mean,
yeah,
and even what I was seeing was partially rendered. I didn't get to see the absolutely gorgeous final product until everybody else did. So even when it was just the rough, midway point where the scenery isn't done. There's just it's clearly oh hello there I am.
yeah, that's you.
Me telling myself, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's just so, the world, the animation, it's all so beautiful.
It's unreal, honestly. The team must work so incredibly hard on it, and there's so many employees we don't get to. I mean, we really only work with kind of like the English localization side of MiHoYo, but
We're such a small piece of the puzzle, and they're fast because I hear you saying that you worked on it in 2019, and then months later, yada yada yada. And
yeah,
here I am, the almost exact opposite. Like, we've recorded this a couple weeks before.
wow.
I mean, it was just the finishing touches, but still, like, I mean, the turnaround time was, I was so kind of unprepared for the launch to come as quickly as it did.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely. I did feel like it happened fast too. Even back when I recorded it, it seemed like those, because you never know when you work on a project, especially a video game. I still have games that I've worked on 2 years ago and they're not out yet. So
Same.
you can never tell when something's gonna come out.
I know. I feel like I'm always telling people, like, when they ask what I have to talk about, I'm like, I can't talk about it, and I have no idea when I'll be able to talk about it. So I sound like I'm just making it up all the time. I
Yeah.
swear I have worked on lots of things, just haven't seen them yet.
Right, right. No, I feel like a crazy person when people ask me, "Oh yeah, so what have you been up to? Like, you've been busy?" I'm like, "Oh yes, super busy." But you probably won't hear about anything until like a year
If I
from
told
now.
you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, exactly. It's
He's
you.
so badass.
She is. I love her design. So cool. And her eyes.
Yeah. I also, so I'm a blonde naturally, but I like to lighten my hair, and I'm so tempted to go like full on white now. Like
Oh yeah.
just embrace my inner Shenhe.
Oh my gosh, people would freak out if you did. That would be so cool. And then for me, my character is blonde and I
Yeah.
have brown hair, so that would be fun to dye my hair blonde and then also braid it.
Totally pull it off.
I believe, but also I don't know. I told my stream I was gonna do a cosplay of my character if I reached like a certain amount of like members, and we reached the amount, and I think that was last year. We reached the amount, and I haven't done the cosplay yet, but I know I'm gonna figure it out how I'm gonna do it. I think it sucks. I'm such a perfectionist with things. I look at like the best cosplayers ever, the very best of the best. I'm like, if I can't be at least like half as good as them, then I can't do it. Like, but I want to. I really, really want to. I'm gonna plan it out and try to set a time. And
I believe in you. I think you should go for it.
oh, thanks, Chelsea. We'll see. I'm very nervous about it, mostly because stop saying the belly button in the chat. Mostly because
my
he has a
gosh,
crop top.
Everyone's obsessed with my belly button or lack of one.
Nice. My character has this crop top that he wears, and he shows his belly button, and so everybody's like, "I want to see your belly button." So
There seems to be a lot of belly button interest.
definitely. Stop talking about the belly button, guys. Stop. So this is another cool part of the game that we have here, and this lets you kind of play through your lines. And as you go and play through the game more, you unlock more lines that you can listen to. So some of the dialogue you recorded is gonna be, of course, in the game, and then other parts of the dialogue are here. So let's take a listen. What about Shenhe Instinct?
For all the training I've had, honing my body and mind, learning the Adepti arts, I've mostly been guided by my own instincts. It just comes down to self-preservation. I'm not trying to save the world. So if I wipe out some evil presence and it happens to benefit you, don't thank me. It's just a force of habit.
That's great. I love that. Oh yeah, if I just so happen to save everybody and conquer the Demon King, it just that's because I wanted to do it, not because it was for anybody or anything.
That's funny you pulled that one up, because I think in the audition lines it was an emphasis on the like, don't thank me. I literally would not know what to do with your praise or thanks or any gifts you could offer me, so don't bother. Like, that's funny that you pulled that one out.
And then what's this? When thunder strikes.
In this weather, I can freeze monsters in place and simply let the lightning bolts take care of the rest. A good way to not get my clothes dirty.
That's great. I love this. And I just want to say I absolutely I adore the way that you've kept her just so grounded, and that tone of voice where it's like, how do I explain it? She's just very kind of like laid back. It's a very difficult thing to do, and I don't think people understand where you have to put your voice in this certain position to not sound like completely, what's the word? Like unenthusiastic, but then
Yeah.
you're still like driven. Like I can hear it behind it. Like the voice is very focused. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she has this like power and thank you. She has this power and focus and strength, but then like I'm sure you recognize this as like an acting note of like, but then just like throw it away.
Yeah. And it's perfect because that totally helps ground a performance, I think. And
Yeah.
it's hard to do, especially once you kind of get stuck in a thing, or like if you're trying to put on a certain voice and you have to talk like
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and then you're like, how do I throw it away? Like, oh yeah, whatever. Like how do you throw it
Yeah.
away and make it sound completely natural when you're doing something that's kind of different? Like especially different from yourself, you said. So
Yes, and thanks for saying so. I mean, even just like register wise, she sits a little bit higher. Like I'm right now as talking to you, I feel like it's probably because we're on Shenhe that I'm like, remembering and in her headspace a little bit, but like she's definitely a bit higher register and a bit breathier than I am normally and like naturally predisposed to. But yeah, that energy, like you said, of I feel like it comes from this conviction. Like you have to just she's so sure of herself and yet so unsure of things. So it's this weird dichotomy of her.
that's awesome. I absolutely love hearing actors kind of explain like what their mental process is for the character or how they kind of approached it, because you never know what's going on in somebody's head. I get so many different answers talking with people. Like we'll get really in-depth answers like, yeah, this is what I thought of, I did this, and then I get other answers where like, I don't know, I just kind of did it and it worked.
Just kinda shut up. And,
Yeah.
and like for me, sometimes the characters that are like most like you are honestly some of the harder ones to play, and you're not even quite sure how to like access it because you do still not, it's not you, but yeah, I feel like there's fun different ways to approach each character, and I really like the physical, especially with voiceover, because you can be so physical without it necessarily being as obvious to the audience.
Right.
So I love getting to do physical choices for them, for my voice characters, as a way in to the character.
Yeah. No, that's great to hear. I mean, acting is always something that I think everyone is trying to kind of find their own path and journey and own way of portraying characters. And sometimes I know I've personally went along and I've said there's no way I'd never be able to play a character like that. And then a year or two later, I'm playing a character that is the polar opposite of what I thought that I was able to play. And I guess it kind of brings it back that acting
Honestly,
is just playing.
Right? And honestly, one of my favorite parts about voice acting is, like you said, the playing and getting to really get into the make-believe of it. Because in what on-camera role will I get to play an Adepti disciple who, can conjure and control ice and is a total badass? I would get to play her like funny, cute friend.
Yeah. Well, it's super cool. I definitely think that they picked the right person for Shenhe. So, mad props to you, Chelsea. You absolutely killed it. I love I don't know. I just listening to those lines that we just listened to. I'm like, wow. I don't know. I admire that about you already. I'm like, I wish I could do that. I don't know if I would be able to play a character like this. I have tried, I think, but we will see. Maybe in the future, you never know. One of these days, something might click in my brain and be like, I got it.
Listen here, Zach. I think I'm here to be your cheerleader of you need to do some cosplay and you could totally play a character like this.
The cosplay will happen very, very soon. And I want to say, Chelsea, thank you so much for coming on the stream. I know we're this is kind of, well, actually, no, this is this is sort of around what the normal stream time is, but I guess it just felt like it went by so quick. So, but we've already been here for about 40 minutes, and I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat that has come out too. We gotta go, and I have to pack as well for Albuquerque. I'm going to a convention this upcoming weekend in Albuquerque, so I'm leaving tomorrow. I gotta pack for Albuquerque, New Mexico. If anybody's there, Albuquerque Comic-Con, you want to come see me, I will be there. Chelsea, thank you so much again. And I'm curious, one last question I want to ask you really quick is, would you be interested in playing some games with the rest of the Genshin cast?
Oh, I definitely would be interested in playing some games with the rest of the Genshin cast. That sounds like a blast.
Okay, cool. I'll have to try to organize something and invite you, and we'll figure it out, you know. It'll just be all over Discord and stuff, but we'll just be hanging out and just kind of chilling and talking. Yeah.
So fun. Yes, please.
Cool.
And thank you so much for having me. This was a blast. I'm so happy I got to see her a little in action, and that we got lucky on that 2 in a row poll.
We did. Yes, you gave me so much luck. Oh my gosh. Thank you, my bank account. I will be able to eat tomorrow. Yes. Chelsea, thank you so much again. And guys, everybody in the chat, thank you all for coming out. I don't know why my alerts are kind of weird on me today, but I just want to say thank you. And hey, Gracie, great meeting you. Thank you so much for thank you so much. Welcome back to the Airbuds. You guys all have a great rest of your afternoon, evening, wherever it is you are in the world, and I will see you guys all next time. It'll be soon, I promise. Okay, all right, everybody, stay safe, take care.
Thanks, everybody. Bye
guys. Thanks for coming out. I put on my little ending screen. Do 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 do.